Well, okay, we had one video today already, but I have to uh, show you another one. And one more thing that um, it's a mathematical function, and it's pretty helpful. And it's actually the case that no one else uses it, although it's very simple. And why it's helpful is because what we are trying to measure or find out is, are the predictions in any sense, are they good or bad? Of course. When you're professional, you try, well, you work it out, you count your money, and you say, okay, I've been doing fine, so, or I lost my money, so it's not so good. But to improve on that, I try to, get in general, measure the quality of my predictions without even, regardless of the bets, you could say. Just check the quality of the predictions in the sense of, well, statistics. There are several methods to do that now. And this is also a question by intuition. Would you, asking your intuition or asking anybody's intuition, would you say there had been many surprises so far in the World Cup? 11 games played today. It's about to kick off. I'm going to finish in a minute because I would like to see the upcoming game for today. 3 of them, Sweden are playing now, Senegal. And sorry, Sweden are not playing Senegal. They play South Korea, of course. And okay, so do we have surprises? Do we have many of them? Too many or too few? And of course, this is one thing you can, ask your intuition. Do you think there had been too many, or it went pretty regular? But there is a statistical method to check that. Although, I'm comparing my prices with the market and my evaluations and things and so on, and thus you find a bet here or there. But but this part is disregarding that. Forget about that. The general thing is you can ask your own, you can check your own figures and then still compare it with the market, and so had the market maybe been any better. But for now, we have this simple function that I will try to explain to you. And here it's also maybe, one likes to have a look at all the games that have been played so far. What do you think of them? How many goals there had been? We had 5, 6, 7, 13, 16, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 25 goals, 11 games, so it's just 2.3, not even. So it went the way I feared. No more goals. They all played too tactical. But it's too difficult to score a goal. That's also including referees' decisions when they deny the penalty, or to even consult the video assistant when a player is brought down. So all those decisions go in general against the strikers, but it's a different story. We have this amount of goals, and okay, now here, this is my prediction, so to say, in the sense of probabilities, because I can't get any closer. I'm never going to say they are going to win. Russia are going to win with 73.76% and going to draw with this percentage. So you see here, this is the sum of that. It's always working well. It's 100%. So you can see here, that's sum of these three, right? Anyway, that's 100%. And so I'm distributing these chances, and this comparison with the market, it says in general you're close to that. But it could be that there are some deviations, and then it's a question: did I rather go for favorites or did I go for the dogs? Or rather for the dogs. In general, the proposal would be go with the dogs because usually, but the market changed in that sense. Anyway, so we didn't have a surprise here. Here I put the probability of the event that came true. So Russia won, so this is 73.76%. Or Uruguay won, so we start with two favorites. Then outsider won last minute, but draw would not have been much more likely. Morocco, that's called, well, that's German. Okay, then we had an outsider result, obviously, although draw, yeah, it may not feel like as if the draw would be less likely than Portugal win, but you see those many goals, so Portugal could have won as well. Anyway, heavy favorite winning, underdog getting a draw, favorite winning, Denmark, favorite winning, but underdog winning and another outsider result. So we did have a couple of these, of those small probabilities, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in 11. So that's quite a bit. And so this is just the probabilities of those events coming true in my prediction. I mean, you can try and set up better values here. But this is the sum of these. This is the average. This is the average probability they played at with my predictions. Just to mention at one point, if it were all of those were 33.33%, so I don't know who's going to win. So I say they are all the same. I don't know, 1x or 2, all the same. Then you would have a probability of 33.33%, because any event coming true would be 33.33%, making the sum, dividing it by 11, it's always 33.33. So this is an improved. So in some sense, I was right to even give or make someone favorite, because it still happens with a higher probability that the favorite wins. But this values here, this is very simple, because this is like calculating an expectancy value, which is just saying how often does this value occur? Well, with its probability. It occurs with its probability. So I take this times the probability, which is just the square of that. This times this, plus this times this, plus this times this. So this is how much it could be 33.33%, but I'm so to say, I'm expecting a higher probability to come true. Because in many cases I expect this to happen, in some cases this, in some cases this. If we were 1,000 times doing it, and we had exactly those probabilities, and they played again and again 1,000 times, and we had exactly this distribution, then in the end you would find this value as the average coming true, because you put 73.76 whenever they win, Russia, you put this value whenever it's a draw, and this whenever Saudi win. So and you add that up and you divide it by the number of times 1,000, then you would have exactly this value. So if this evaluation were right, then this should be the outcome. We do not know, because I'm just guessing or I'm calculating, but and it's just played once. But if we could make statistics, then and this were the right assessment of this game, then this would be the value coming out. So anyway, I'm making the square of this plus square of this, like calculating an expectancy value. And the sum here would say I was expecting a higher value here than this. So I was not expecting these many outsiders doing so well so far. So in some sense, we have the answer here. We have too many results going the outsider's way. So we had too many surprises in the sense of these predictions. You may start, well, okay, they are not that heavy favorites, they are not that heavy favorites, they aren't, and so on. So you could, but who would have known better? So we were expecting Brazil in some sense to win, which is just 63%. So, and they didn't manage. So maybe this was a too high value. If this were lower, like in a game where here is a lower favorite, then you have 37.71. So in this case, I would have expected a lower value here, and then this would go down, this probability, if I weren't that optimistic on the favorites in some sense, right? Anyway, the answer is, so far, we had too many surprises. But we can wait until, the group stage at least is over, and then compare it again. So maybe from now on the favorites will do a bit better. It is also the first match day, which you could still say, well, in some sense, it's better to go with the outsiders. You could still conclude that. You could also say, well, they are all playing the World Cup. They are all pretty much doing the same exercises, similar coaches, and so on. So I'm just watching South Korea now attacking. I'm gonna finish this one now. Okay. Anyway, I was explaining this mathematical function, which gives you in some sense the answer to which you might give by intuition as well. In some sense, we had too many surprises, which makes it a bit exciting, of course, because you say, oh, wait, see what the favorites are doing. But you could also say, well, not so many goals, which makes it a bit boring again. Because, you might see Mexico winning, but not just scoring a goal and bring this home. Rather, maybe 3-2 or something like that. Then you would feel, oh, that's great. But the 1-0, they just scored, Germany failed. That's what happened in so many cases. 4 times the 1-0, 5 times already the 1-0 wins. So they are not this exciting games. Still, in the sense of outsiders doing well, it is exciting, entertaining. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. 12 minutes on that, some mathematical stuff. But hope you enjoy it, hope you like it, and come back soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.